Chessbrah Select. Gonna play some games, answer some questions. Does the mouse work on this?
It's your mouse, yeah.
Okay, let's see what we have. I think it works better on this, the mouse, because this is not really a thing. Just testing the mouse out, guys.
We try this?
Yeah. That's
Still-
better.
Okay, it's better.
Okay, let's play a game.
Guys, how's the microphone volume? Let us know how the microphone volume is. I won't put the music on too loud yet. And please prepare some good questions for Robin that you haven't asked before.
Queen c7, guys. It's not a very common move. Wanna go e5? Now I take.
So Robin, let's start off with the easy questions. How old are you when you started chess?
I was 8 years old.
But you come from a chess family or no?
No, I don't come from a chess family. My mom's audio technician, but she does she digitalizes like how do you say, playbooks
Mm-hmm.
for blind people mostly. So she works with a lot of blind people, or for a lot of blind
Yeah.
people. And my dad's a musician. Nobody in my family plays chess. And I'm an only child, so I needed something to do. And chess was a good hobby.
Makes sense. Similar to me. And then was your progress natural? Like a lot of people, did you have an aptitude for it early on?
Yeah, I mean, the first time I went to the chess club, I beat, let's say, I was beating my dad all the time. And my parents brought me to the chess club, and I beat one of the best young players there. So it was pretty early
Here
on.
for a second. Click start recording.
Oh.
Thank you.
All right. So, yeah. So I started out really quickly to beat players who had been learning and being taught chess for a while, and I got into the advanced group very quickly. In Netherlands, we have a thing named the step method, which is a pretty good benchmark of how good you are at chess. It's a method to learn tactics and positional chess, and I skipped the first 3 pretty much very quickly. And from there on, I was starting to play tournaments, and I got a private coach, so that got everything rolling.
So, what age were you? FIDE master, international master, grandmaster?
FIDE master, I think it was in 2008. So you do the math. I think it's 13.
Mm-hmm.
13 years old. And
you were born in '94 November, right?
November. International master was at hold on, let me checkmate this guy.
That was less than a year after.
Yeah, less than a year after, I think.
So I am at 14.
I am at 14, GM more or less 2 years later, almost 17. I am 14 years and 7 or 8 months in GM, approximately 2 years later. That's a pretty nice start.
Were you homeschooled?
No, I was not homeschooled. No.
What was your schooling situation like?
I went to a normal primary school, and then I went to international school because I started traveling around the age of 11, 12 for chess, and it made sense to do the high school in English, but I really liked international school, but I had to leave it when I was 14, I think 14, 15, because I was missing around 2 months a year for chess, 2-3 months, and my school just wasn't allowed to let me get off that much, miss so much time. So I switched schools to a Dutch school, which allowed me to play more chess, I didn't really like it, but it was only 2 years. So, but I've always gone to school normally, and I wasn't really missing it whenever I was in the Netherlands. I was just going.
Did everybody at school know you as the chess guy?
Yeah. Yeah.
How is chess in Netherlands viewed, like in school? Do you get a little bit of respect? Do the teachers give you reasonable help?
I think it's okay. People are not really familiar with it. It's not popular by any means, but like people are not, they're definitely not bullying you for it or something like that. Most people think it's cool, relatively, because you get to travel a lot. Teachers are okay. Teachers are okay about it. It depends. Some really like it, and they were supporting me when I was missing school and helping me out when I was missing tests and so on. Others liked it, but weren't really, thoughtful, let's say. But overall, it's pretty good in the Netherlands. It's not popular enough, but it's pretty good.
I'll let you play a bit.
How do I see my challenges? Like people
This one in the middle.
Oh, so I just don't have them?
Did nobody send you a challenge?
Nobody sent me a challenge.
When did you start getting support for chess?
Um,
Outside of your parents, who probably at first were the ones
Yeah.
for everything.
Yeah, they were paying for most of it. They were paying everything until I started, making some money as well with chess. I was 13. 13, I got some support, but honestly, it wasn't amazing. Like, it's not because the federation wasn't trying. It's just that I think the people in the federation weren't very good at finding, sponsorship outside of people who actually already know chess and like it. And I don't think there was like particularly great support or there still isn't like enough support for young chess players in the Netherlands, unfortunately. But there are also countries where it's even worse, so it's always, comparing it to. But
let's switch it up. What do you like? What's your music taste like?
I mostly listen to EDM. When I was in high school, it was a lot of hardstyle, which is very rough Dutch EDM. It's not really what most people would like, but it's still very popular in the Netherlands. It's like very energetic. Right now I like a little bit more, laid back music. I like Nicholas Jaar. I like
So that's close to the deep house.
more
genre.
deep house genre, yeah.
But you like some other types. Your dad plays jazz, and you like some rap, hip hop.
I like some hip hop artists. I like Eminem.
Drake.
I do like Drake. I like a lot of Canadian music.
Can you say who else do you like from Canada?
I like Justin Bieber. I've always supported Justin Bieber. Okay, I wouldn't say he's my favorite artist, but I never really hated on the kid too much. And I was always compared to Justin Bieber.
Tell us about what people used to call you growing up as a chess player.
Well, I mean, the comparison was already there, but it wasn't like an infamous thing until Jan Gustafsson, who I work with sometimes with Chess24, he made a picture in which we were like literally just, put next to each other. And then it blew up a little bit. Then I became the Justin Bieber of chess for a while. Fabi probably remembers.
Of course. I support Justin too.
You like Justin Bieber too?
I support Justin.
I like
the
Justin.
Chessbrah support Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
Got a couple of good questions, Robin. Zetapack asks, did you like the finale of Californication?
No. Not in particular. Like, Californication was one of my favorite series. And honestly, I wouldn't say the finale was that terrible. I just think the last couple of seasons were very depressing. It always had a very depressing side to it because Hank Moody's life is kind of messed up, but they no longer managed to incorporate sort of the fun side very well in the last seasons. I thought it was getting worse and worse. The last couple of seasons I only watched because I really grew up on it and I love the series, I love the character, but I think they made it way too depressing at the end. But I would watch it. I wouldn't watch the last couple of seasons again, but I would definitely watch the first few.
How do you feel being at your peak rating and almost breaking into the top 100 in the world in classical chess?
It's strange because right now, the amount of effort I put into my own chess is really very low compared to what it used to be, and it's mixed feelings because in a way I wish I would have. I hit 2640, which is the rating where I'm at now. I hit it about a year and a half ago as well, but I didn't manage to maintain it because I lost most of my rating in the World Junior Championship, which was really the tournament I was working towards. And I think if I would have managed to retain the 2640 and maybe get, work my way up a little bit, which I really think I could have, especially in hindsight. I wouldn't say I would have never gone to university, which I'm doing now, but it would have, made the decision a little different, for sure. Because I think, every young player struggles when you go down on rating and all you do is spend time on studying chess and just trying to improve your game. It's a very hard part of the game, but I really felt that I was at least 2640 when I had it, and then I lost it. I almost dropped all the way back to 25. Like the 25 region, so yeah.
Just to clarify for those who don't know, you are studying right now?
Yeah.
What's the situation? Where do you go?
I study in Rotterdam in the Netherlands. I'm doing business undergrad, and I just finished my first year. It was it was a little different after a year of no school, but I really enjoyed it. I do like what I'm studying a lot, and I'm teaching a lot as well. That's really the big difference compared to before. I'm teaching a lot. I'm also flagging a lot.
Just to clarify, guys, the music is Solomon 2016 Future Festival. One of my favorite artists, Deep House as well. Somebody's asking Robin, is it normal to play much weaker after taking a long break from chess?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's very common because you really lose track of like the practical aspect of the game. That's funny, eh? They don't give you a win when the pawn is left because I can still checkmate, I guess. But okay, not a good game there. I think it's normal. At the same time, if you play a lot online, that helps for me. You don't necessarily have to play bad after a long break. But I think very good players know what to do when they take a long break. They know how to get back into the game without actually playing a lot of classical chess. But for most people, and I think that's why a lot of people don't do well when they go to university. They're busy and then they sort of do chess as a holiday, which is not really how it's not really good for your chess, obviously. So it's really normal, yeah.
Well, you play, you can talk if you want.
Yeah, so I play bishop a6. I hope he goes knight c3, so whenever he goes d4 after that, he can castle. In general, if he plays d4, it's kind of dangerous for him. I just want to go bishop g7. If he plays d3, then clearly he's opening up the long diagonal, so he's got to go bishop d2 now or something. It's a very pleasant position for black right now. Play d6, knight f6, and I mean it's not horrible for white, but I have the bishop pair, I'm a bit better.
Seems like a lot of the guys watching the Chessbrah channel are curious about a few details of your personal life. I'm gonna add a twist. When did you have your first girlfriend?
I had my first girlfriend 14, and it was when I was still in international school. And I remember actually, so it was kind of a thing that happened on a school trip to Spain, and I remember it was really heavy for me when I realized we were gonna break up, and I was going to a chess tournament at the time, and I couldn't play at all. It was in Germany, and I just left after a day. Like I couldn't play. It was kind of cute in hindsight, but that was my first girlfriend. After that, I had a girlfriend much more serious, I would say, in the last year of high school, and that went on for like a year. This was like 2-3 months. Yeah.
To clarify, was she a chess player or not?
No, both of my my first real 2 girlfriends were. No, sorry, I did date a chess player in between, but my first girlfriend wasn't a chess player, and also the one in last year of high school wasn't. Most of my girlfriends weren't chess players. Right now I'm together with a girl who's not a chess player, so I don't have something against dating chess players, but I don't think it's necessarily a very good thing either. There is positives to it, obviously, but chess is a very small world, so you're kind of staying in that little
bubble.
Yeah, I would almost call it a bubble. That's probably a good way to describe it.
Do you agree, Fabi? It's kind of like that.
It's nice to get out. That's all I'm saying.
That's true. I agree with that.
Okay, I started blundering, guys. It's not too bad because I have the 2 bishops, but I probably should play a little better. I'm gonna go rook takes f8. f3 is not possible because of bishop d4. After queen g3, I'm gonna have to defend my e-pawn. Yeah, it's not really good position, but he's very low on time.
What's your FIDE rating right now?
2640.
2640. Nice. For those who don't know, you can follow Robin's Twitter below. It's GM Robin VK. It's on the screen. Also, his website, VanKampenChess.com, is there. And as he said, he's coaching a lot more than before. It's more accommodating towards your university schedule. Mainly online coaching?
Mainly online coaching, exactly. Now this is tricky because f4 actually, this is still an interesting sacrifice, but of course if the pawn's on f4, it's immediately winning because the queen will come in. Now it's probably still winning, to be honest. How do I stop? Queen d7 was a very awkward move. Can I defend against this?
Are you taking some hits here?
I'm taking some hits because I played queen c6, which is really awkward.
Rook e8 is forced, huh?
Yeah, but I have to go rook e8, king f8.
What? No.
No, it's. I have to do it.
Phone a friend.
I have to do it.
Phone a friend.
Phone a friend. Probably here.
Why not bishop g8?
I think I mostly have to play quick, guys.
It's a 3-fold, isn't it?
Is he making this a 3-fold?
Why didn't you bishop g8 there?
I didn't even think about it.
Flag him next time. Flag him. Bishop g8.
Oh.
Robin, please. Bishop g8.
Well, I mean, is there a direct win here actually?
No, he can still play. Oh, for him?
Yeah.
No, I mean Queen H8, King E7, Queen, even Queen H7. Is
Bishop
just
C7 there is, right? Queen H8, King E7, Bishop C7, Bishop E6, Queen G7,
Mate.
checkmate. So it's immediately winning, yeah.
It makes it looks.
Yeah, it looks really bad. No, I mean, I shouldn't go F5, of course. Actually, I shouldn't go E5 at all. I just stay solid there.
I'll let you actually play a little bit to recover that rating. But we had one question. If you could emulate the style of any grandmaster, like play like any GM, who would it be?
Oh, it would definitely be, like, for modern grandmasters, Topalov at its peak. I think he was, like, by far the most awesome player.
How can you say that around me?
Well, Fabi, like, the thing is, your style is not very defined. We've talked about this before. You're a very good player. But, like, what is your style? That's what people always ask.
I don't know. What's the polo style?
No, Topalov, he always went for,
Dynamic.
like, you know, long-term exchange sacrifices,
Yep.
very dynamic. Not necessarily correct chess, but quite psychological, like just putting opponents
Pressure.
under pressure all the time. I think he played very beautiful chess at his peak. He's also nowadays capable of playing really, really bad, as we see sometimes. But that's because his style is not necessarily geared towards.
Longevity.
Yeah, I mean,
kinda like a
you
boxer.
need to work a lot in order to play like that, because you do need to be well prepared. The few times that it works out is, for example, when he played G5 in the Sinkfield Cup against Magnus. For those who know, in one of the lines that I like a lot, in the Bishop B5 check Sicilian, he won a very nice game. Like when he gets that sort of stuff, he's actually playing very well.
People in the chat are all on Team Fappy, by the way.
They would all play like Fabi.
No, they
I
said that.
appreciate that,
They said
guys.
that.
I really appreciate
You
it.
should have said
Fabi.
Fabiano was your favorite player.
No, I'm not gonna. I'm not going there, guys.
What is the highest rating you'd like to realistically obtain, if you have one? You can change that question to however you want to answer, but is there anything you...
I mean, the way I currently do things, I think 2700 is really, you know, that's I wouldn't ask for much more than that, because that's kind of a magical barrier for many people. Like, kind of like 2000 or something like that for maybe someone who's starting out or who's been playing for only a couple of years. 2000 is kind of that. There's something magical about getting that rating. Same for 2700. So I would say that if I would be like a full-time professional still, it would be higher, obviously, but I think if I get 27, that would be enough for now. So I was playing this line earlier on the internet and actually made a forced draw here. I hope it's not happening again, but after take, Queen G3, Bishop C5, there is like a famous forced draw, which I already had like, okay, that's better. Takes. Can I take the pawn? Okay, I'll just play solid.
When you were improving at chess, what did you do that helped you improve the most?
I think, I mean, I didn't have that much coaching. I did work with very good coaches, but I didn't have that much like time on my own with them. So, for example, Chuchilov, someone that Fabi worked with as well later on, he really taught me how to work on chess by myself. I think that's a very valuable skill for almost any chess player. And so the way how to analyze your own games, how to work on your openings, how to choose which openings to play, and that's also what I mostly teach if I teach. Okay, is my queen getting trapped over here? Rook F3. I'm just gonna go for it. No. Okay. Rook E8, there's bishop to B5, maybe. So I'm guessing knight D7. Also bishop to B5. Getting myself into some trouble here. Okay, let's try rook c8.
We've got a couple of compliments regarding your glasses.
Yeah, also a couple negative comments.
No,
No?
I like your glasses too.
Yeah, I never wore glasses until like a year, I guess. Actually, my last move is pretty strong, because I want to go bishop f8 if he removes the knight. Unless there's something tactical, I'm pretty happy about that move. So now I'm probably just gonna go for it, bishop f8. And e4 is also hanging. So if he takes on d6, I'll probably take, if it's with the knight, and play knight takes e4. And a2 is maybe hanging later on, so I'm pretty happy with this. There's even, as soon as I got to take on e4, there's also ideas with bishop d5 and maybe taking on g2 sometimes. Yeah, so if he takes like this, I'm probably just gonna go knight takes here. Play rook takes f8. Yeah. That was expected, so bishop to d5, rook c7 he has. Queen d3, and I think I'm okay.
This is complicated.
It's pretty complicated.
He's been mud wrestling with the guys.
Well, I think I've played well this game, it's just not so easy to...
Was it the Scheveningen?
Yeah, yeah.
Can you
Very
pronounce
nice.
it, Fabiano?
Huningen?
Where's the beat?
Oh wow,
Don't
that's a
try it.
strong move.
Huningen?
Scheveningen.
That's a very strong move. I need to go like...
Huningen.
Okay, I need to go like knight f6 now.
Wait, can't you take on c3?
No, rook takes.
Queen d4?
I already have it.
This is just bad. How
Rook
do you do
d8.
this?
What's the-
It's just stupid.
Yeah, it's kind of stupid in comparison, yeah. It's not bad for me, I'm still better, I think.
No, he has bishop b4 and rook f7.
Ah, okay, that's...
I know you don't. You have rook d7, rook d7, queen d4, and if rook f7, rook d7, rook d7, queen e4.
Ah.
I saw that. I saw that.
Although wait, he has queen h. No, queen h4. No,
Knight f6.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I'm low on time. Knight f5. Okay,
Good.
my
Very
mouse
good.
work is not very good here because of the pad, but I do have some mate threats.
Oh, now when you get that knight there, it's...
Okay, take that guy and play h4. I mean,
Yeah.
still, it's probably just.
Oh, okay. I told you there was something with my
10
mouse.
seconds to 30.
Oh, that's a good move.
Queen a4.
Queen a4 is so annoying. Okay, you still have the mating stuff in the back.
Put your rook to d4 and pawn on h4 so you don't get...
Dude, you just punted a pawn.
I want to mate him.
Yeah, but now he'll have unlimited checks. You can never mate him.
What do you mean unlimited checks? Oh,
Okay, you didn't have to do that.
Check
No,
again,
no,
check
no,
again,
no.
check again.
G2, G2. Oh shit.
okay. I need to do something with this mouse though, because it's very slow. Maybe adjust the speed. Rook d2 was... yeah, actually if I take on d1 and not mouse slip, and I go h4, it's like immediately draw at least. Okay. Do we have anything else to put it under? Or do we have any mouse?
Well, you don't like my mouse. We can try this. We can try what Fabi's using. And we're gonna give him the magazine.
Oh, this?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that.
But then move your laptop
I can move this.
to the right. Yeah, but you'll need to move your laptop over. Hey, what's up, Truth Cracker?
Yeah, it's better.
People are coming up. If you had to live in any other country besides the Netherlands, where would that be?
Why? Okay.
It's a good question. Living and liking to visit are two different things, right?
I like Canada. I like Canada more than the US. Probably an Anglophone country, so yeah, I would say Canada. I like Canada.
Thanks, buddy.
I mean, it's also one of the countries where I've lived before, so I can tell a little bit what it's like, and I know most of the big cities.
You have relatives, correct me if I'm wrong, Curacao and Canada.
Yeah.
That's it.
I have some other distant relatives in, I think, Austria, but
Quite distant.
quite distant.
Okay. Robin, what are you drinking right now?
I'm just on the San Pellegrino water.
The European style.
Long Castle next, and I like my position.
Sparkling water, guys.
H4 is one of those moves that you just make. You don't really think about it.
Let's see.
Well, it worked out.
well,
It worked out quite well this time.
It's a sort of problem for black here, yeah? Slight issues.
You said it Dutch there, Fabi.
What?
Slight problems.
Slight problems,
Yeah.
Fabi.
Slight problems?
Yes.
Yeah. Scheveningen, yeah? How do you pronounce it?
Scheveningen. Scheveningen. Is that better?
Scheveningen.
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 Scheveningen. Is it getting better at least?
No, it's not really getting better at all.
What are you doing with your queen? Are you trapping it after e5? You nearly lost your queen there.
That's a fair point. I'm provoking weaknesses, you know?
Yeah.
Like now the rook is hanging, the pawn's hanging.
The pawn's hanging, that's
Okay,
true.
but you know that it's you just kind of know that your queen's never getting trapped there.
Yeah.
It's one of those,
You just know it, right?
gut feelings.
You know, did you have a gut feeling the other day? on the sofa.
No,
You
I
had a
didn't.
gut feeling.
I didn't have any gut feelings on the sofa. Am I blundering again?
You lost a piece.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go here. I'm blundering. You were distracting me.
No, you could have played knight e5, and if king h takes, then knight f7, knight e8.
I think I'm gonna be okay here as
You can
well.
play g4 too.
I can play here.
No,
and
no,
if
now
you-
he takes twice on g5.
I was thinking bishop takes f4, but
Yeah.
it's check.
Yeah.
I still
you-
compensation.
You can play bishop f7.
Yeah, bishop f7 and maybe take on h5.
I don't know.
Bishop f7. So it's takes on g5, bishop
You have
f7, rook
g4.
e7,
If
g4.
queen g5 play... Oh, g4 is good. What do I do? Wait, queen f3. That's... Oh, shit. Wait. Bishop
Did you play
d4.
bishop d3 or bishop f7?
Damn.
I'm finding some new ways to blunder pieces though, I mean, that's also worth something. Bishop d3, bishop g4, I guess. Bishop f7.
This shit isn't good.
What happens after bishop f7?
Rook e7.
Really interesting how I managed to.
How
get
no
this.
sacrifice works here is extremely.
Maybe you just have to play rook d3 and just go for it. Just do that.
I mean, I'll have to. It's not really pleasant,
depressing,
but I'm gonna have to, yeah.
Might have to refrain from some questions until you start putting together some wins. You're mud wrestling a lot here.
These guys are playing really well, though.
They are, but for their ratings, something's up. Can you try to see if you can find some title players like GM Joey or something?
Well, that's the thing. Every time I play title players, it goes pretty well for me. But it's the it's the unknown ones that I'm struggling against. But I think now, unless I'm missing something again, I'm just going G4 on the next move and I'm winning a piece back.
Yeah. Now you can show technique here.
I can show my famous Dutch technique.
Like,
B5,
B5,
GF. Take.
D5.
No.
D5 was even nicer.
I have 2 pawns, buddy.
Yeah, maybe you could have won.
See? He respects the Grandmaster because I announced it, the technique was coming in. The technique has been strong recently.
Technique too strong.
Has been very strong.
Shout out to Christian Kurilla.
Shout out to Christian Kurilla.
Has he gotten a shout out yet?
No, we haven't done shoutouts yet. We can do a shout out to Christian Kurilla in NorCal,
NorCal.
Northern California.
His technique is really strong.
Christian Kurilla's technique is very strong.
Very strong.
I'm glad to hear that.
Robin, what was the toughest loss in your chess career, if you've had one, and how did you react?
One time I lost against Nikolic in endgame with 4-3, and I had 4.
Can you explain to people what that means?
So you have pawns on the same. Normally, when people talk 4-3 or 3-2 or whatever, it literally means that you have the same, let's say, amount of material. Normally, there's rooks. There's always rooks. In this case, it was rooks, a knight, and a queen, and basically one side just has up a pawn, which always means that it's either going to be a win for that side or maybe a draw. There are some cases where it's a draw, especially when it's only rooks, but this time it was like very good winning chances for me. And so I got to that position, which was already not amazing where I was coming from, but okay. And then I lost it in, I think, like 10 moves, which is like unheard of on that level. It's really unheard of.
Nikolic, this was in Vaganze, what year?
2014, I think, was it?
Yeah.
Or 2013.
Robin, this is the guy who beat Fabiano multiple times on stream with a 1900 ELO rating.
Luther.
Oh yeah, you're right. Luther Akers chess.
I'm not sure I'd play him.
Well, his position's pretty bad.
Yeah, that's true.
But doesn't actually mean it.
You're I was there when this happened.
This guy's 1900.
Well, I don't like to accuse people, but
We'll see what happens.
There have been some
incidents.
cases.
So worst game, guys, for him. And what's the tough part about losing in Vaganze?
Oh,
To me, it's the boring city, but also there's a lot of rest days, right?
there's a lot of rest days, and it's one of the longest tournaments that most players will play in their career.
It's very long.
It's very long, and the problem is it's great if you're doing well, but it's really torture if you're the guy that everyone's trying to beat. It's really not so pleasant to be there for such a long time. And I'm sure Fabi also knows about this. I mean, there was a year when my good friend Luke van Wely was telling everyone that Fabi was the one to beat, which is odd because Luke is always the last one rated. And I'm sure
was this 2010?
probably I think you lost to him actually.
Oh, but wait, I was like nearly 2800 at that time.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he was announcing beforehand
He
that
did actually beat me. That was one of my saddest tournaments ever. This guy's not using a computer. Or if he is, it's a very weak one.
But when you played him, it was different.
Yeah, I think he just blundered a piece, didn't he? Oh no, Queen f4, sorry.
It's actually a very good move. The good moves are coming in. Can I go knight d2? I like knight d2. No, I'm losing a piece. Takes and rook g8.
f5? Can you do that? That looks like
It looks like a very nasty move to play.
F5, knight e5? What's this right
Yeah,
now?
I don't like it.
And you can play queen g3, I guess, but I'm not sure. What's wrong with queen g3?
I'm just gonna go queen f3.
The queen, yeah.
I need to play fast mostly. That's the thing, guys.
Yeah, against him, you might be cheating. It's hard to tell. He might also be one of those guys who just like cheats randomly on random moves, and not all the time.
Well, he's taking a long. Oh. What's going on here? Okay. Knight h2. I mean, most people go. I guess knight h2 is a good move. Yeah. He's checking, and he's defending.
Oh man.
No, I have rook d2, but he's already flipped it. Yeah.
He's already flipped you. That's very impressive. Like that's.
It's already completely flipped it.
Can we stop playing this guy again?
No, because it's really bad.
Can you flag him?
Yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm
You
gonna
have 20
try.
seconds left.
Yeah, but I'm gonna try anyway. I mean,
This
Yeah.
is how to beat these guys.
once he has to play moves himself, it's gonna be really bad.
That's true.
But he plays the opening himself or something like that. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know how he does it.
Well, there's absolutely no way you can beat Fabi. So.
Okay, bishop takes a2. Yeah, you Fisher, buddy.
Damn, rook a3, c4 or something.
Yeah.
C4. Yeah, he's very impressive. He's kicking your ass.
It's just interesting. Like people think they can get.
Oh,
cheating,
93.
like,
Okay,
we
holy
played
cow.
Nakamura. We play the top players. It's like, you can. It's just very obvious when you're a professional player.
Okay.
There's some sort of intuition that there's moves that
Well,
not
there
even
was
the
a
best
couple of-
players
Yeah.
make, and it's hard to describe, but it's very easy to catch cheaters.
SM chess. Okay, I'll play a bullet game. Let's see if my mouse is up for this.
Robin, are you a Pepsi or Coke
Coke.
guy?
Coke.
Okay.
I don't drink Pepsi. I don't really taste the difference. I just don't drink it. Well, it's. We barely have it in Europe, I would say.
Yeah, that's true.
Pepsi's Asia.
Hope you're not playing him again. Thank you. It's been a rough session, eh?
By the way, this is theory, I believe. If I'm not blundering a mate, this is some kind of theory.
Yep.
This is
Some kind of old theory.
it looks very good for white. I always thought these lines were just nice for white.
He's gonna play G5,
I
right?
don't know about queen d6.
I like queen d6 because it's a bullet game. No, I definitely like what I'm doing.
Oof, here comes some techno.
Oof. Rook h6. Takes as well. Okay, that was not a very good move for me. I'm getting destroyed in this session.
That's not that bad.
It's not that bad, but
This guy's playing. I mean, but these guys are playing well. Okay. Well, no, this guy you're getting better. Now you're better. It's alright. But yeah, you're playing well for 2100.
alright. A little bit,
You did what you had to do.
I did what I had to do, you know, when you're in the cave and you're not wrestling. Alright. I only have a online wiki with 1,000 ratings, so I'm just gonna play him.
Play some viewers, yeah.
Is this a viewer?
I think so. Robin, who's the highest rated player that you've ever played? Highest ranked, most famous? Or there might be two different people.
Grishuk and Anish.
So have you played any, yeah, and similar to that, in terms of highest ranking ever achieved?
I've played Mickey Adams, I guess.
No, higher than that would be Jan Timman, no?
Oh yeah, of course. I've played Jan
The Dutch-
Timman.
Dutch
Yeah,
legend.
yeah. Yeah, more old school. Yeah, sure. Who else?
Anish Giri.
I played-
You
I
said
played-
Grishuk and Giri, right?
I think I played Grishuk when he had 2800.
You did. You did. That was in Bilbao.
Yeah. And
Grishuk, Giri, Jan Timman, Dutch player, former number 3. Or did he make number 2?
number 2.
Number 2. Robin, you're playing a strong 1000, eh?
I'm playing a strong 1000, and I'm also showing how not to play the can, which is always useful for people to know. I'm not even sure I should be taking that.
Why? Why can't you take
Knight d7, he's queen f3, so I'm gonna have to take. He's gonna go queen f3, and I'm gonna go rook a7.
Wow. What? Wait, what?
I'm just gonna take that.
If you lose this game, this is going to be incredible.
No, I think queen f3 f5. I mean, I don't get it.
I have no idea what this is.
Maybe he was expecting knight f7.
Oh, but then queen f3. Knight takes
Yeah.
e5. You? No,
Yeah,
it's but my my queen's
I
not
don't know
trapped.
what he was thinking.
Very strange.
Well, when
but-
I was 1000, I didn't know any theory against the Khan, so...
I didn't really play theory. He just played normal moves, and I didn't really play
but
theory.
it's- yeah.
But he played e5, which is a good move.
Well, Knight H tried it against me.
Yeah, I played knight h as well, I guess, but he's not that high ranked.
Have you ever played Fabiano?
I've played quite a bit of Blitz against Fabiano. Our matches started when we were like 10 and 11 or something in the McDonald's.
Is that true?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were playing against each other
We met.
Where did you guys meet?
in Greece,
Which year?
2004.
Okay. At McDonald's. You were
At
playing.
McDonald's, and we were playing chess. Fabi played the Sveshnikov. I went knight d5, and I think it was a pretty good game for
Yeah,
me.
guys, do you hear that? Robin can remember a Blitz game from McDonald's against Fabi
2004.
12 years ago.
You know
He
how
can
many times
remember.
you've mentioned this game to me also?
That is a crazy memory.
It's, yeah.
That's pretty impressive to remember a game from McDonald's 12 years ago.
I mean, yeah. You know, I'm when I hustle in McDonald's, I like to remember who I was playing, so I come back
Are
stronger.
you going to tell us who won?
I'm pretty sure. Well, there was another guy who played Fabi. I'm pretty sure Fabi and I actually tied, and the other guy, I think, lost. But Fabi was playing really, really fast, and he wasn't really thinking at all. I think you played very fast as a kid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you must have been how old?
Which year was this?
2004.
Yes, I was 12 or 11.
Yeah.
I was probably 12 because it was later in the year, I guess.
How did you do that World Championship?
I think I got. I'm not sure if I got a medal though.
I got
I think I was ranked
24th.
I don't think I got a medal.
Was this wait, you're older than Hu Yifan, because Hu Yifan was playing in my age
Yeah.
category back then. She was almost 2400.
Yeah, Robin, what is your highest achievement in the junior tournaments you played growing up? That's counting the European Championship, Dutch Championship, World Championship. What are your accomplishments there?
I got silver in one European Championship under 16. I played normally very bad in pretty much all the World Championships. I mean, I was ranked really highly for the World Junior, the last one that I played. I was second seed in the tournament, but I finished like 12th or 13th or something. I didn't do very well on the international stage.
But you're a
Ever.
Dutch champion almost every year.
I was Dutch champion from under 12 to under 20. I went one category up every year in a row. So I started at 10 and I finished at 14, I think. Yeah. And that was the, I mean, the other Dutch champion, like other than the other, like except for the last Dutch championship, I was like first ranked. The last one there were GMs and there were a lot of IMs, and I was 23 something. So that was a good performance.
Are computers a big aspect these days for preparation?
Mm.
Yeah, they're everything.
For everything, yeah.
Yeah, it's
that's-
all about. I mean, sure, you have some players who barely use it still, and they're good. But if you want to be among the best, you need to not only be a very good player, you also need to be very good at understanding how to use computers, or you need people that will help you prepare or something like that.
Isn't this impressive again? 1100.
1100 playing a lot of theory.
It's really impressive to me. I can truly say I didn't know theory until I was about a FIDE master. And that was in some openings I didn't know the theory after 4 moves.
I mean, bishop h6 is a nice move. I'm just gonna bring the bishop in and see where it goes. I might even, if it has to go to c5, then so be it. But I want to go f4, g5 with my bishop out, which is kind of nice in the King's Indian. See, I really love this structure for black normally.
Wait, how did your bishop get there?
That's a good question, Fabs.
If he plays knight b5, a question of style, would you take on a1?
Yeah.
Would you?
Yeah, I would take on a1.
I'm just wondering, a lot of people would prefer to just trade off the... I mean, objectively, you should probably take on a1 and just win the game. Yeah, I think you should take on.
So g5, h5, and so on now. I just don't want my bishop to be taken. I don't mind, taking the exchange if I have to. Taking the occasional exchange.
You'll do what you have to do, yeah?
I'll do what I have to do, in chess, and for friends, and, for those who I hold dear.
Under any circumstances.
Under any circumstances, yes, exactly. But what's interesting is that I think there's a lot of people who are, not pretty strong chess players and were pretty strong when they were young, but some people are not very good at the international championships, in the World Championship, the World Youth.
Magnus
and so on.
never won the World.
Magnus played. Not only didn't won, he was playing very badly there. Most of the Dutch players some of them were quite decent when they were young. All played bad. Okay, now this is getting kind of interesting. Do I play g3 and try to sack on h3? It is kind of tempting because the knight is so out, or do I just take g3, knight f1, knight g6? I feel like queen h4, bishop takes h3 is a huge threat, so he's gonna go knight to d2. And then I'm gonna go maybe take on h3, take.
You're having too
check.
much fun here. You have 4 minutes to checkmate this guy.
Yeah, I think you should just move.
I'm enjoying this for a sec, guys. Hold on. I'm gonna go g3.
This guy is 1100.
I'm gonna enjoy this for a sec.
How is this guy 1100?
I'm saying people are playing really strong against Roland.
Wait, no, I mean 1100 is like
Yes.
Wondrous pieces.
I don't mind, guys. I don't mind so
this
much.
guy's playing with
The
a
games-
legitimate King's Indian.
The
Yes,
games that I've
I'm
lost.
really impressed.
Oh, and this is very strange. Why would an 1100 resign over here? That's what I don't understand.
People are playing really good.
But
This guy's
just
probably
saying,
not 1100. He's probably provisional or something.
Yeah.
like knight d2, bishop takes h3,
he's a
g
strong
takes
player.
h3,
I'd say he's a strong player.
g2 check maybe.
1800 maybe.
This is nice. g2 check.
He's definitely not a beginner.
Okay, can I make moves here? I would take, check, here, check, here, queen to g3, and now what we see is I'm threatening checkmate. If you defend over here, it's queen g1 checkmate. I think honestly, in the King's Indian, I think I'm worth more than my rating, and in other openings I'm worth less. But
Would you like to make a bold statement about your King's Indian prowess?
I think I'm 2700 in my King's
You
Indian.
think you're one of the best players in the world in King's Indian?
Yes. I mean, I'm not as good as like Nakamura and so on, but among 2600 players, there's guys who might play it better, like Smirin or someone like that, who only plays King's Indian, but it doesn't necessarily mean he's a better King's Indian player, because my theory is quite a bit better. I don't get to play 2700 players too much in it, but I have pretty good record with it, and I'm very confident with it. The thing is that when you enjoy playing something a lot, and I'm gonna play this guy because he beat me before in 1 minute or something. Let's see what he does in 3.
Somebody in the chat said Kramnik's gonna beat the crap out of your King's Indian.
Possibly.
That's one of the few guys.
That's one of the few guys probably will beat the crap out of my King's Indian. Okay, I'm gonna play Eric Kurtz. E. Kurtz.
Your opponent from the last game said he was really nervous.
He?
The opponent who just resigned
Okay.
was very nervous playing you.
But there was actually... It's a pity he resigned because I showed like there was a pretty nice checkmate, so... A bit of a pity, but I understand. He didn't play badly, I mean...
No.
For the rating, I mean, I don't know what his real rating
impressed.
is, but...
I'm impressed. So Robin, what's your favorite movie, or if you don't have one, what are some of your favorite movies or a genre you prefer? Give us some titles.
I like Sin City. That's the one that stands out and not so many people would say. I thought...
That's not a common, but that's 2005 one, the first one.
Yeah, I really like...
The second Sin City was pretty good too.
No, I didn't think it was very good. No, I mean, I love the style of that type of movie, but it was nowhere near the first one to me. I just watched it. Also, the actors not the same class in my opinion, but then I love the some old school mafia movies. I like Goodfellas. I like the Godfather series. I really like Scarface still. I think it's a pretty great movie. I like all the Tarantino films pretty much. Pulp Fiction is my favorite, but Reservoir Dogs, like, I would rewatch those anytime. What else is there? I think that's about it for my favorites. I don't really like superhero movies, and something quite quickly qualifies as a superhero movie to me. For example, I didn't think The Dark Knight was that amazing, even though everyone loves it.
Have you seen Watchmen?
You didn't like Darth? Well, it was his performance that was, I guess, quite good, right?
Yeah, it was, but I don't think the storyline is that good. Like, up to some point, yes, but it's... I don't know, it's too, like, generic, almost. Like, the ending is very cliche, and I don't know. I don't like cliche, I guess. At least not in superhero movies.
But they're limited to that, right?
Sure.
It's just,
they are. No, I'm not saying...
So then the question is, do you prefer Christopher Nolan's Batman series, that one, or do you prefer the old Batman movies?
I haven't seen all of them, to be honest, so I wouldn't...
They tried to make this one a bit more realistic, or something, like a bit of a... Try to make it a bit more of a thriller.
Yeah.
They're still kind of stuck with some...
You know, with some of the things they have to do.
For a superhero movie.
Yeah, I know, I understand, and, you know, that's the genre. I don't really like the genre.
You don't like superhero movies?
No, I don't like superhero movies as a genre, so... is he gonna go E takes D4 and C5? Because that looks pretty strong. That looks very strong, Eric Kurtz. If you play that, you're probably beating me. No. Okay, I'm gonna go, the thing is that I really don't want a castle here, but... Okay, I'm gonna go Rook D1. Yeah, so if he went E takes D5 and C5 there, he had some tricks if my bishop moves to B2, like, I don't know, maybe knight takes E4 or something like that. It's very scary. Okay, let's start doing some of this stuff. And queen takes, I guess. Threatening queen G7. Actually, the movie that I really liked, that we watched in the plane, The Beach, I thought it was a very good movie with Leonardo.
Yeah.
I would probably say it's one of my favorites.
Yeah, I liked it.
It made a very, really big impression on me. I really, you know...
Well, because we were traveling, we're on a plane, we're not sure what to do, we're kind of similar age, you know what I mean? Just like...
Yeah, I mean, it's the thing is that when he gets onto the island, and it's like paradise, you're like, yeah, you know, that could be me. I mean, if you're going on holiday in that era, like, you don't have so many responsibilities, it's very relatable.
The movie, I mean, the style got really weird near the end. Like,
it got a little weird.
But that's part of the draw to it, right? But yeah, it did get trippy.
Okay, but I like that kind of stuff anyway. Like, I thought Shutter Island was a good movie. I like Leonardo a lot. But
Shyamalan was
the
amazing.
thing is, I like Leonardo a lot, but somehow his movies are not my favorite. But he's one of my favorite actors.
Yes, give us some of your favorite actors and or actresses.
I like Penelope Cruz. I actually watched when I was doing Spanish in university. I was watching all the Spanish movies that she was in, but I'm not cultured enough to remember all of them. But I watched like 5 or 6 with my dad, who likes everything that's Spanish, so it's pretty funny. Yeah, so I have Leonardo. I always forget this guy's name. He's in Madman as well. You remember? You know that guy's name?
I think I know who you're talking about.
He's the main character in Madman.
I know who you're talking about. I don't remember his face. Just don't.
Ham?
Yeah,
John Hamm.
John Hamm.
Yeah.
I like him. He had a very good scene in
John Ham.
in Black Mirror, which is a series I like a lot.
We saw a couple episodes of that.
Yeah, but you haven't seen the one with him. I thought that one was really good.
We'll save it for the Cinco.
Yeah,
Cup.
that's also one of my favorite series, but it's more like short movies because they're not really related to each other directly. I shouldn't have gone 97. I should have played D6 and keep the H5 idea alive.
Yes.
I'm gonna do it anyway, but it's not correct now. I'm gonna go G5 if he plays.
Have you seen
H5.
Memento?
Yeah, I really liked it. Yeah.
You liked it?
Yeah.
I think that's definitely Nolan's best movie. I don't know. To me, it's his best movie. Oh, I think Interstellar is also amazing.
Interstellar was very good. Yeah, you shouldn't be allowing H4. It's really dangerous. So I'm gonna take and play bishop H3.
You're always attacking, you know?
I'm always attacking.
Always attacking.
I'm always attacking. But how do you attack against E4, Fabi? Can you tell me?
F4 is one of the bravest moves I've ever seen. Like, there's a bishop on A7, let's play F4.
I'm just gonna take it easy and move this here for now and just start developing because I don't need to change the... If I would have gone bishop H3, he's gonna take king G2, rook H1, and that's probably the only thing he can hope for. Or he's hoping for like take on E5 and D6, which... no. But I'm trying really hard against the 1100s. Sometimes you gotta humble yourself and work your way up. How much did I start this with? 26 something?
You have a good position, so I'm going to ask a question again.
Yeah.
What do you do to relax yourself during chess tournaments?
It's
I guess there's a few things you might be doing, but the opponent. No, the reason I ask is the opponent who resigned against you asks because he was nervous, and that's why he resigned. Like, what do you do to deal with the nervousness?
It's a very good question. I think this was one of the things that I'm very bad at, actually.
Yes.
And I think for a very long time I didn't have... Actually, I don't think I've ever found anything to do during a tournament which would really relax me. Maybe it's one of the reasons I wasn't playing as well as I could or should. I think it's very hard because I always had like a feeling of guilt when I'm not preparing or not thinking about the next match or whatever. And I couldn't really, I can never really take my mind off, of the game that's about to start.
I think listening to music is a great...
Yeah, I do listen to music a lot, but the thing is I listen to music while I'm preparing a lot, so that wouldn't distract me from always preparing, let's say.
Did you give up a piece?
No, why?
Oh, sorry, I thought it was his move and he could play F5. Is that a pre-move?
Yeah, that's a pre-move.
Okay.
So, I wouldn't say I'm a nervous wreck because I've had some really bad moments that I got very nervous and messed things up against Russia once in the team match.
Tell us about that.
That's me. Actually, no.
Let's talk about
What did I say was my worst loss?
against Nikolic.
No, that's not my
Blitz.
worst. That's my worst loss, but this is my worst result ever. Like, this was the most disappointing thing.
Tell us, pal.
So it's my first time playing for the Dutch team. It's 2013. I'm playing very, very badly the whole tournament, and we have to play Russia, and they decide to put me in the team. Why is another story, but let's just keep that for another time. And basically, I'm probably gonna play Morozovic, who is very good at Taimanov. Taimanov is my main opening. He's playing it as well, and we all decide that it's probably not a very good idea for me to go into whatever they're preparing. So the coach says you should play the Berlin. The coach is Chuchulov. And I've never played the Berlin. I don't know any theory. And my friends are helping me prepare, and they all say, like, okay, Robin, it doesn't matter because he's not going to enter the Berlin.
Because Morozovic is a Scotch player.
Yeah, he's a Scotch player, but also against the Berlin, he never enters the end game.
Yeah.
So we don't have to prepare for the end game, is their reasoning. So I'm like, oh, guys, can you at least explain it to me? And I keep pushing, like, can you give me a couple ideas, because I don't play it as wide either. I always go for anti-Berlin. Anyway, so long story short, I only prepare all the anti-Berlin moves. And I come to the game. And first thing I see is I play the Berlin. He looks at me, thinks for a couple seconds, and immediately goes for the end game. So I'm like, I'm entering the end game. It's like move 8 or whatever. I have no theory at all. So good start of the match. I play a very good game, although I'm getting a little bit outplayed, but I'm defending very tenaciously, and he makes some mistakes. I'm winning. And Erwin Lamy loses, I think. So basically, it's all on me to tie the match, and I'm completely winning. All I have to do is it's a rook and pawn against knight and pawn.
I remember this very clearly.
And all I have to do is literally push the pawn forward, and that's it. Like, there's nothing to calculate, nothing, and I completely lose it. Like, I'm like blind, and there's a lot of people obviously standing around my board, and of course it goes wrong. What happens is I win his pawn instead of pushing my own pawn, but he gets into probably one of the very few positions in which knight king versus rook pawn king is a draw without actually taking the pawn immediately. Like so we lose the match. The next day I had to play. I played one of the worst games in my life. I had to do everything possible to survive.
Against Poland?
No, I was against Bulgaria's third team or whatever.
You can take on c5 and then take and play queen d6, which is kind of cute. I just wanted to mention
it is cute. I'll go for
queen d6.
It's very nasty. I'm playing in 1100, man.
You've been getting help today, and we're still down a lot of rating.
Well, but that's I'm not sure that's only my fault, but okay.
He's 1151.
He's 11. But he's not playing.
He's a mod in the channel, so.
Okay. That's a bit nasty, to say the least. Anyway, that was probably one of the few nights after a game that I just didn't sleep. I don't think I slept for like 2 days nearly. I couldn't sleep. It was so bad. It was because the problem is it was not just that I drew the game in a totally winning position. The problem was I just had to push my pawn. Like, there was nothing to think about. Just promote your pawn, and that was really keeping me up at night for a while. So that's my worst chess experience. I think that's actually something a lot of people also remember from that tournament.
I remember it.
Yeah.
Although I remember everyone's getting better, to be fair.
Well, he was getting outplayed kind of, but he had a good position for a long time.
Yeah. Yeah, in this Berlin, he was doing very well against Berlin.
Yeah. So, if there's anyone I would really like to beat one day, it's probably not because I dislike him or something, but I really have to beat Morozovic to get rid of this curse. Especially because I had a very bad tournament and I just played a really good game actually, from start to finish. Just didn't push my pawn, so very frustrating experience.
Now you know.
Yeah.
Simple.
Now you know. Gotta push those pawns when you can. If there's one thing that I've never really understood, it's probably Stonewall. I don't think Fabi really understands it either. So, it's probably the weirdest pawn structure in chess. I have absolutely no idea how to play it with either side. Actually, with black better than with white, because I think with white it's very hard to play against. There was for a while. Magnus was playing.
Yeah, he played 2 games. He won both.
Yeah, he won both of them, right?
This game against Aliano, he really took over there.
Well, he also.
Yeah. He Votashik with it as well. It's just.
This
BJH
feels.
says thanks for the game, and he's going to tell everybody that he only lost because of Taji.
Thank you. It was a very cute move that I didn't see. So, although I don't think my. I mean, I was still much better, but. It's fair. That's fair. I didn't see it. Knight to b4. Do I care?
Robin, I'm going to let you go on a bit of a streak so we can end off on a good note. Let's hope you can do that. Bit of banter blitz.
Yeah, I should recover some of this rating. Let's do it.
Do you have any books you really like?
My great predecessors, I always say, because I really like them. So, Open by Andre Agassi. It's a great book.
Very good book.
Probably my favorite book.
You read a lot of biographies.
I've read a couple, but I had a period in which I liked to just read autobiographies. Yeah,
I really enjoyed reading Open. That was a very
I have
good
to
book.
read it. So
it's very good. Yeah, it's.
I liked his
He was
description
my
of
favorite tennis player. But
Really?
I preferred him over Sampras. Yeah.
Yeah.
He had a few more off-court problems.
Oh, he had some really big problems.
But,
That's why it's such an amazing book. It's very honest about all of that.
Yeah. Also, I liked his description of his final match, the difficulties he had. I mean, you don't often hear about the behind the scenes of a professional sports person.
Yeah, it really sounded like he was like completely done before that match already.
Yeah. No,
Like
yeah,
his back was
of course.
just not holding it anymore. You know.
You don't really realize how many. What's 97 really? It's a weird move
Why?
because you can play Rook D7.
I like to get the
Get the pawns early, yeah.
Yeah, I like to have a couple of pawns in the back, buddy. I don't think it's a weird move.
I understand that. I feel the same way about other things.
Now, not going knight f7, knight g5 is another story.
Knight d6 was just winning. Knight d6 was cute because Rook d7, knight e8 is checking.
Yeah,
and you propose
it was cute, but the tactics aren't really coming. It's not necessary in this game. Can I still do it?
No.
Unfortunately, not. Yeah, I liked reading autobiographies because there's a lot of similarities between chess and other sports and so on. So I thought it was very interesting.
Just to clear this up for your Dutch fans, what's your favorite Dutch football club?
Ajax, but I'm really not into Dutch football at all. I just grew up around Ajax, so that's your club. This guy is really playing on for too long, by the way. It's a bit annoying. It's a bit disrespectful.
Well, you've been losing a lot of games today, so.
I don't think he knows that. Ah. I think I've drawn a lot of games, especially. Let's see.
How many games have you won in a row? 3? Or much more?
I have no idea. I haven't kept track. How many have I lost? That's a better question. 3? 4?
I don't know.
See, this is a cute line to play against people who go for f4. Although this guy likes to play Stonewall, so it doesn't really have its normal effect, but... CD is a very bad move that nobody should play. It just gives white space and it doesn't do anything for black, pretty much. So I want to go a5, bishop a6, or bishop a6 immediately. Maybe swing the rook over. Still don't really like my position, but I'm thinking f5 and knight e4.
So what are we doing tomorrow?
Tomorrow?
Yeah, all of us. Speaking about football.
We're going to Liverpool against Roma, right?
Yeah.
Liverpool-Roma here in St. Louis, which is really pretty awesome. Fabi will have a couple of beers in the back, so promise for a good time.
Yep. That's true, I will. Probably Bud Light, since we're at the capital of Anheuser-Busch.
Well, Fabi doesn't really care. I mean, as long as he's got something in the back. Fabi,
I'll tell that story one day.
Yeah. So I have a good position, but I don't know what to do with it because can't really attack any of these pieces. I'm feeling like I might change the queens and hope for something. Yeah, not crazy about this at all.
And you're now going to be playing your second Olympiad for the Netherlands.
Yeah, that's right. Last time I played quite well until I lost against Uzbekistan, although it was not completely my fault because we had to try and win that match.
It's going to be very hard to win this.
Yeah.
You should play a4, b5, just go for it.
Oh.
Flag him.
I'm gonna try and sack the pawn to get onto the file, which he's not gonna allow because he's going there.
Move your rook back. Move your rook back.
I need to move
I
it
mean,
back.
if the 1100s are pretty good, then imagine 2200s.
Move your
I'm gonna have to play here and try rook a4.
If he plays rook a5.
rook
Okay.
a4, rook a4.
Rook a4.
There we go.
We can do this. We can do this. We can do this.
Absolutely.
Move it here.
Sure.
Bishop b3, and then
Bring the
we'll
king to b5.
bring the king to b5, and we still can't do anything if
No,
he
wait,
goes rook
king
a3.
d4 and b5 is really annoying. Why would he do that?
I need to go rook b8, by the way. It's true.
Well, if you get your king to b5,
need
you're
to
going to play rook to f7.
But I do need this move for now
Yeah.
because it's very annoying
Yeah, agreed.
to allow.
Walk along the light squares, yeah.
Yeah, let's walk. Maybe I can get my king to c4 if I attack f4.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Yeah,
You're gonna play king b5, rook b7, rook f7.
I'll start with this.
Sure.
'Cause I don't know, maybe no, it doesn't really matter.
King
Wait,
b5,
wait,
king
wait,
b5, king b5.
Yeah, play king b5. You threaten a3 after that.
Yeah.
Oh.
We want to
A3,
throw in
A2.
Yeah, we want to throw an A3, A2. Now rook
Now
F7.
rook F7, king
Okay.
C4. We're getting
Yes.
somewhere, boys. We're getting
We
somewhere.
are. We actually.
We are getting somewhere. Bishop C2.
If
King
you played,
D3.
yeah. If he plays rook A3, it's still. If
I
you play
can't-
rook A3, it's very hard to break through.
A3,
Isn't it?
A2.
And then bishop B1, or yeah.
Yeah, okay, now it's winning. No, but if you had played rook A3, would you be able to break through that? Just wondering now.
Is this so easy to
'Cause
win?
I can't be
I need to go
putting
bishop
zigzag.
D3, bishop C4 or something like that.
Why can't you play bishop B1?
Because there's C4
King,
check.
king D2 and
C4 check.
So
I'm not sure
right
this is
now,
winning.
can't we bring our king back to C6 and just play our rook?
I can get
Wait,
myself mated by
just-
taking on B6.
Oh, but if you bring your king back to C6, you can
Yeah.
penetrate with the rook eventually.
Yeah.
I think you can get your rook to B2 or something.
That's what I have to do.
But you could have taken the pawn as well. Oh no, you couldn't have. No, you couldn't have. Not bad.
It's not easy.
Not
but
easy.
but
This should be winning though. I can even take the pawn if he's not running. I mean, now I can just take it, I guess.
Actually, if you had just played rook F8, just zigzag. Just
Wait, can I go for the pawn?
play rook
again?
F7 and then move your rook on the F file. It's 6-1.
Oh, that's kind of cute.
well, this was definitely winning. Yeah, I don't. Nice. This one nice.
Wait, my slow mouse is
Beauty.
at it again. Oh, okay, that's fair. All right,
Couple more games,
couple
Robin.
more games. Got
Got a couple games in the back.
couple games in the back.
Last couple of games. If anybody has a question, type it in the chat. Otherwise, we'll be back later. Do you like hot weather or cold weather?
Cold.
Really?
Yeah, I'm from the Netherlands. One of my favorite countries is Iceland. I was actually considering saying that I would like to live there, but it's kind of hard if you don't speak Icelandic. But it is one of my favorite countries. Tough decision, so many good moves. I'm just gonna go for this. And take back. I had a really good position, and well, the usual. F4, yep. Yep. F4 takes E5. This is really bad already. Okay, I'm gonna do it anyway, but it's...
Wait, you had a good opening, and this is what happens.
Yeah,
And now you play E5.
yeah, but knight G4 and I'm in trouble. I'm in big trouble because F3 is coming. I can figure this out. Should be okay. Should be okay. How did this happen? Queen E2 maybe? Queen E2, F3 and rook takes B2, jeez. Okay, the more you look at this position, the worse it gets. I don't know, bishop here maybe? It's very hard not to get mated in this position. Knight f6 is kind of simple. Is this mating? Probably.
That's so bad. There's like nothing good you can do here. And knight d5 rook b2, take king h8.
Or
Queen c1. We're holding on.
Queen C1, Rook F2 even.
And if
Just
King
mate.
F7 after 97?
No, but King H8, Queen
You
C1.
gotta confuse the situation, fellas.
Oh, because Queen C1, you're
Knight
going to take on
XC6,
G4?
Knight
You're just going
XC6.
to take on G4 and mate?
No, but Queen C1 to Rook F2.
Knight xc6, Queen g5, yeah?
Oh, but I just wanted you to win a few games in a row and then we could be done, but I'm not sure that's possible now.
Even Queen G3 is close to mate.
No, come on, now you're exaggerating.
Yeah, Bishop H3 after that.
Rook D4?
Okay, yeah, that's
We're
Queen
holding
D4,
on.
Queen D4.
okay, I mean,
actually.
this is probably dead loss, but yeah, you're holding
No,
it.
you're going to play Queen D6 and Queen G3.
Queen g5.
Queen D6?
I have to. Bishop h3 though. It's just easy win.
Yeah.
Okay, but you missed some other stuff. But he's up all this time too. I don't know how these guys are playing like this, by the way.
No, this time I just played a couple really bad positions.
But it's still impressive, the conversion. No? Oh.
Well, still, F2. Oh, wow. Wait,
Robin,
can you
the
take on...
comeback,
Wait, wait.
comeback.
Oh, no, you can't. I was gonna give some bad advice.
Do you have any tattoos?
No, I don't have tattoos. Not planning on getting any anytime soon.
Why can you play Rook G6?
Rook takes e6.
Oh, you would have mated him? Because
Yeah.
of the back ring? I guess he has F2 check, but it's not so convincing. 18 seconds, Robin.
18
Let's do
seconds.
it. Rook E7. Take it. Yeah, queen takes. Take the pawn. Run that pawn down the board, Robin. Let's go, let's go. Show your bullet skills. Show your burger skills.
I do have burger skills.
People asked when you played Fabi if you did the burger gambit.
I did not, but
Oh, trying to be flashy there, eh? And if G3, F2?
King g1.
Okay, you got it. H3?
Yeah, here. This
Wow.
is hilarious.
Nice. What's going on in this position?
I don't know.
Oh man, you are a sneaky one, Robin.
Oh, is he?
Now it's
Yes.
winning. It was probably winning, yeah? Because you could keep forcing the king back.
Guys, that's how we do it. And
Now
now,
you have to win this, which takes a bit of skill, I think. No, it doesn't.
Well, no, you just walk on the dark
Yeah.
side.
Maybe with a knight it would take some skill.
With what?
With a knight it might
Yes,
take
yes,
some
with
skill.
the knight, I agree. Knights are so much more annoying to deal with than the...
yes, it's all under control. I don't
That
know
was
why
not-
I don't know why you guys are like hating so much. I've been
Well,
playing.
you only missed checkmates all
My
over the
results
board.
have been bad, but you know sometimes you play good, but your results are not
Okay,
necessarily
Robin,
good,
you win
know?
this one more game, let you off the
One
hook
more
for
game.
this Chessbrah select episode.
No, that was a nice, a classic
It was a good comeback.
defense.
I agree.
Make it a little bit exciting. Who did I lose to? What was this really bad game I had?
The one where you allowed the guy to get his queen on F6 and bishop on E5? The forced
That was a draw.
Oh, that's
No, I had the one game in the Scheveningen that I lost, but that was with the mouse slip and everything. So okay, that could happen. Didn't play so bad there. Okay, what is going on? Should I try and make this a bullet game or something? Let's see.
It's terrible that I get hungry all the time, but I've only had one meal today, the Mexican.
You had some Doritos today, buddy?
Yeah, but you know those guys are very friendly.
No, they
They're
are.
missing
nice.
you because you also order. They're
Yeah,
missing the presence of
another belly,
appetite.
yeah. Want to do a shout out to Plants vs Zombies? It's been played around me quite a bit.
Any shoutouts? Any other shoutouts?
Any other shout outs? I want to shout out to Yasser. Because I'm happy to see Yasser. There's a lot of
He's
people.
going to be joining us tomorrow.
Yeah, finally. But there's a lot of people I don't get to see much anymore, and Yasser is one of them. Oh, 1 minute game.
Yeah.
Western Babe.
Do expect Yasser to do his third video at some point.
Who's Western Babe?
Well, It's not an actual girl. Most likely.
Probably.
Sorry, bud.
Sorry, buddy. Sorry to disappoint.
You never disappoint me. And sometimes I find you guys in weird places. but you never disappoint me.
Sometimes I find you guys in weird places. Okay, I don't know why I thought you had to go G takes for some reason.
Look, yes, you learn your lesson from Moro.
Yeah, learn your lesson from Moro.
Learn your lesson from Moro.
Thanks for that.
Just keep pushing those pawns.
Just keep pushing it.
We have a question. Do you dye your hair?
I don't dye my hair. It looks
we
like
tried
this.
it one time with my brother who was a hairstylist.
Well, I didn't really dye it, but
No, it was streaks.
yeah, streaks. But it was very not very visible at the end of the day.
Yeah, Amon is the Chessbrah with the platinum color right now.
All right, one more bullet game. I think I've had a bit of a winning streak, you know.
You have had a winning streak.
Yeah.
You've also had some help.
To me, I just find it weird that someone would play knight e7 before playing bishop g7. It's like it doesn't change anything, but I just find it weird.
Oh,
He
okay.
played
yeah.
e6 g6 and then he played knight e7 before bishop g7. So maybe it's subtle.
I doubt it. Not particularly excited about this game so far. At all. Yeah, this is the moment that I'm launching the big attack that we've all been waiting for.
Big one?
Yeah, the big one. The Big Lebowski, or whatever. Big Lebowski. I've actually watched that movie in the plane, and yeah, I didn't really understand what was going on.
Shout out to Walter and Donnie.
Walter and Donnie?
Donnie was a good man.
Yeah, he was a good man, that's true. That was kind of sad.
Guys, this is the last game, hopefully. Hope you guys enjoyed Robin's show and some questions. Probably the first part of, maybe one other one like this summer, but things are going to get busy. The Sinkfield Cup is about to start, or at least the festivities. And, we'll be a bit busy. So enjoy this for now. Make sure to follow, the YouTube channel. The Facebook page has updates sometimes.
You know, that was a classic Kemp's game. It's a classic to...
Classic Robin van Kampen flip.
A flip.
A reversal.
Okay, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. I don't have any more shout-outs to do. Shout out to Fabi
Thank you.
for being around and, Plants and Zombies.
You did give us a few moves.
Fabi, shout out to Fabi for catching a lot of Pikachu recently.
Yeah, it's true. He has caught a lot of You're right.
There's caught a lot of Pokemon, so shout out to the kid for that. It's not easy. Everyone knows it's a hustle. And we hope to see some of that hustling skill in the Sinkfield Cup. Not when you're playing Anish. Shout out to Anish, even though he's not here right now. And yeah.
Anything? Somebody asked, are you doing a video series soon? Anything? Any shout outs to yourself?
No, you guys are gonna see me playing in this Olympiad, like Eric said. Shout out to Team Holland. I'm not doing any video series for the moment. I just finished another one for Chess24, so you gotta check that out. Shout out to chess.com. I like chess.com. I like their new interface, and my shout outs are done. Do you have any left?
Once again, guys, his website kampenchess.com for inquiries, or Twitter, GM Robin VK. Sometimes we take some.
Yeah, follow me on
Fabi.
Twitter. We've got a lot of weird videos that we like to post there. So if you're interested in that, sometimes Fabi's in there. So, yep.
Sometimes.
Check it out, guys.
Bye for now.